Starting a new day with a fresh cup of coffee. Staying connected with the world anytime, anywhere. Seeing something beautiful is just a finger tap away. Capturing those wonderful moments. Enjoying a smart home. Uncovering surprises everywhere. A better connected, intelligent life in all scenarios comes from openness and innovation. Huawei Developer connects global developers together for building an open, innovative, and mutually beneficial ecosystem.
Hello everybody, my name is Marco Eberlein and I'm responsible for the Huawei ecosystem in Germany. Today it's a great pleasure to share with you our vision and strategy on our new ecosystem. Actually for us it's a time for a new journey and therefore I would like to introduce to you the Huawei mobile services. Huawei has already a great story of success. So today we are already the second largest mobile phone manufacturer in the world. We shipped already 200 million smartphones by the beginning of October. This is actually 64 days earlier than last year. And our estimation for 2019 is 250 million smartphones. Our global market share is 18.6%. And our year-on-year revenue growth is 24.4% if we compare Q1 to Q3 this year with Q1 to Q3 next year. Besides smartphones, we also have smart devices like PCs. Here we also can see a nice increase, 249% year-on-year. For tablets it's plus 10% and wearables 278% plus. When speaking about Germany specifically, here we do see our market share development from 2015, when we started like around 5%, to nowadays to almost 20% on average. So within 4 years, a quite nice journey. In April, we even surpassed Apple and became also the number 2 in the German market. Openly speaking, in May, when the Google ban happened, of course, this also had an impact on us. And you can see here in the market share figures that we dropped in June. But what you also can see, what I would like to emphasize, is that we recovered quite shortly. So in July, August, September, we are actually almost back to normal. When it comes to user base, which I think it's super important, we have already 13 million monthly active users in Germany, so a pretty nice base. So we are actually ready for a challenging future. Now I would like to speak a little bit about strategy and coming firstly from the device side. Here we see some statistics. And they are not actually surprising because by 2020, we see that the average user is using on average 6 smart devices. And this is going to increase to 16 by 2023. And our strategy for 2020 is still putting the smartphone in the middle, then having the first cycle, which are actually devices which we are already selling globally, such as tablets, PCs, watch, glasses, and so forth, but also having a third cycle with endless devices. These devices can be smart home devices, mobile offices, easy travel, and so forth. So our strategy is 1 + 8 + n. And there, of course, we are looking for a seamless, artificial, intelligent life. Our vision is bring digital to every person, home, and organization for a fully connected, intelligent world. This is actually the software part. So before I introduce you the hardware, so here we could see a first glance of our Huawei mobile services. Actually, HMS Core is in the middle and the connection between the developer and companies like you and the consumer. And the consumer is facing our Huawei mobile services, such as App Gallery, Assistant, Browser, which you could see earlier in the video, and I will explain a little bit more in detail later. Also, HMS Core is the connection to our hardware, like coming from Huawei as well as from Honor. Security and privacy, obviously, is a super important topic. And therefore, we founded a company which is called A-Spiegel in Dublin. It's headquartered in Dublin. And it has been established in 2015 and is already operating in 60 and more countries, besides like Europe, Americas, and also Oceania. Actually, A-Spiegel is a company built and established in Europe for Europe. So for instance, when it comes to data processing or data collection, this is happening in Europe and is also staying in Europe. Because I think this is not common like when looking at other companies in the industry right now. Of course, we are also meeting all security and privacy regulations which are applicable in Europe, like when talking about GDPR or ISO and so forth. So you actually don't need to worry about this topic. Our Huawei mobile services, they are already on the market for a while, so this is something not very new. And of course, I also would like to share with you some numbers of our performance so far. So in total, we have already 570 million monthly active users, which is a nice increase of 30% year on year. We have already more than 1 million developers registered in our ecosystem, which is a growth of 123%. Also, we have 50,000 developers who already integrated our Huawei mobile services. And as you can imagine, having the 1 million on hand, that this 50,000 will increase very, very fast. The Huawei mobile services, of course, consist of several services. The most prominent, probably you also know, is the App Gallery. With the App Gallery, we have already 390 million monthly active users and 180 billion downloads per year. Then we have the browser. Probably most of you are also using this, this service. It's plus 200 million, and the cloud was plus 160 million. And there's also a promotion ongoing for cloud where you get 50% over Christmas, so it's probably worthwhile checking it. And also themes with 70 plus million. But I also would like to give you an outlook. So these are the services which are ahead of us. For instance, the Assistant, which is going to be launched next year in January in Germany. Also a music service, which is already being launched in more than 100 countries. And next year there will be a premium service with more than 30 million songs. And in Germany, this service is coming in the first half of next year. Also, video is coming in Germany the first half next year, and there is a similar situation, but not that many countries. It has been launched so far in more than 20 countries. This is one of my favorites, or my personal favorite ones, is the Huawei Ability Gallery. It's an intelligent connection between service and users. So pretty much if you look at the -1 screen, so if you go to the home screen and you swipe to the right, then you come to the -1 screen. And there, besides the assistant, we have so-called smart cards. These smart cards are actually proactively pushing information to the consumer. So it's not that the consumer need proactively look for this information. So I give you an example, for instance, coming from travel. So if you book your flight, for instance, with Lufthansa, then this smart card is going to let you know 2 hours prior flight, okay, look, your flight is going to be in 2 hours, this is your final destination, the weather at your final destination is 20 degrees, and maybe these are, let's say, the most attractive sightseeing spots. So it's quite nice, it's very user-oriented, and you need to create an ability. And there we have already 5,000 plus abilities in place. but you're more than welcome to join this program to create more abilities. And the beauty here actually is that each smart card can be visualized on all the different devices. So for instance, you need to develop only one, but it's being displayed on smartphones, on watches and TV and so forth. So our promise to you today is number one, stay flexible. So we have already 24 Huawei mobile service kits in place, so rich capabilities, develop fast. It does mean that each of the kits can be implemented very quickly. So in our experience, it takes only 3 developer days to integrate one kit. And the thing I would like to emphasize is that we have a dedicated local team in place, which is based in Düsseldorf. So we have a business development team, we have an operations team, as well as a technical team. And we would like to cooperate with you end to end. So it does not mean that I'm staying here on stage, presenting, having the team here, you join our ecosystem, and then we disappear. That's not the case. We really would like to make a cooperation end to end, and we would like to have a face to you. And then, of course, we also have a developer portal where you can register for free. This slide makes me very proud because we have already a lot of partners who are joining our ecosystem. Also later in our workshop, where I would like to invite you at 1 p.m., we have a panel discussion, and for instance, T-Online from Ströer Media, as well as Idealo and ProSieben are joining this panel discussion. So at this stage, really a big thank you from my side on behalf of the whole Huawei company to these partners who already joined our ecosystem. Thank you very much. If I haven't convinced you yet, I hope this slide is going to convince you. So we are having a 20 million euro fund for German developers. And these are split in 3 areas. Development fund, so for the HMS integration. Then a marketing fund, because I am thinking promotion is a super important thing to boost your downloads and your user base. And of course, a growth fund. And on top of that, we have a quite nice revenue sharing incentive, which means 0, 100%. So 100% belong the revenue to you and 0% for us in the first year. For games, it's still super competitive with 15/85, because I think in the market, the common thing, as you probably all know, is 70/30. So that's why I'm thinking this is a quite aggressive and competitive thing. Also, to give you an outlook for the second and third year, I only can say that it will be also super competitive, but I can't disclose all the details right now, so I'm asking for a little bit patience, but I think over the next week we will disclose more about the upcoming years. Well, that's already a lot of things, but there's one more thing. We are partnering with Open Telecom Cloud, so these guys are a partner of us. And if you partner with us, we can actually distribute to you an additional discount, which is 50% off on your Telecom Cloud services you would like to take. This is capped with 500,000 euros. So for instance, if you would spend 500,000 euros on Open Telecom Cloud, then you would get the 50% discount and you need to be charged only 250,000 euros. But as I said, it's capped. If you spend 600,000 euros, then it's still the 250,000 euros. So I'm thinking this is also a quite nice thing and goodie. Well, we also have a workshop today where I would like to really warmly welcome you and invite you to join us at 1 p.m. At the Bundeszimmer, which is on the first floor. There will be a lot of signs outside, so you will not miss it. There are also beautiful ladies and handsome guys who can guide you. And the whole team actually is there to welcome you, so you can ask all your detailed questions about our services, as well as the programs I just introduced to you. And there's also a Q&A where you can ask all your questions. So I hope I see you all there. So that's it from my side. So thank you very much. Please join our ecosystem, because I think this is a cooperation, and ecosystem is all about content. It's all about you. So I wish to see you soon again. Thank you very much.